so they have a bit of experience. It looks perfect. This is the best bit. Okay, it's wonderful. Let's go. It's a good croissant. Ooh, butter is very rich. Hi guys, this is Mara Lafontan, and today we're doing part 2 of the video of me tasting the trendiest croissant in Paris. You loved that video, and we wanted for this episode to listen to you and your recommendations because there were plenty. So we went ahead and chased all of your suggestions in Paris, and I have here the winner of today's episode, which was recommended by one of you guys, many of you. We are at the Cheval Blanc, which is a beautiful, very luxurious 5-star hotel that opened in 2021, and it's the first one by LVMH. So it was very, very exciting for us to have a place like this in Paris. And I've heard from you guys in the comments that their croissant, made by the chef Maxime Frédéric, was to die for. So we went there, and the surprise was that they didn't come only with this very traditional looking croissant. Traditional looking, but super exciting, because look at this. It looks perfect. Literally perfect. They came up with another type of croissant which I've never seen before in my entire life. It is a croissant that has been cooked, baked in a brioche dish. And so it has that very puffy, very square looking shape. Definitely not traditional, but so interesting. And the waiter said that it was the exact same recipe, the exact same dough, that had just baked in a different dish, which I found super interesting. So we asked for both croissants so we can compare them and see which one is better. And it smells amazing. It smells like it has a ton of butter, and guys, from part 1 that I love butter. So should we try? I'm gonna start by the first one just because it's so cute. It has those layers that we were mentioning in part 1. And again, this croissant has gathered so much excitement from you guys that I really wanted to see what it was about. And side note, actually, at the Cheval Blanc, so for the full experience, the full luxurious 5-star experience, you have to book ahead of time because you cannot walk in and buy a croissant at the Cheval Blanc. You really have to plan that date with someone that enjoys croissant just as much as you do and have a tasting session. So, shall we? The crunch test. Let's go. With no surprise, it is not too sweet, it is very buttery, it is fluffy, like in a dream. It's beautiful, but the taste is not as strong as, like if I compare the taste from part 1, it is not as strong. It's very mild, but so well done. What is this one gonna taste like? All right, I don't even know. It's even better. Okay, you want to know what is better? Because you have more room for this, and this is what I like in a croissant. Imagine, like, if it was a croissant made just from the inside. It's genius. As for the price, you guys are gonna scream, and so am I. It is for a piece of croissant, like this one, the one that you slice, €6. And some of you have commented on YouTube that €3, €1 was completely cheap compared to the US, for example. Well, guys, you have to know that a croissant here, it's random. It's the thing that you find everywhere. The demand is high, but the offer is even higher. So you cannot have a €6 croissant in a normal bakery. People would just riot. And I will riot with them. But since we are in a 5-star hotel, LVMH, it's Maxime Frédéric, there's a lot of reasons why it is so expensive. Yeah. Poilâne, which was your favorite pick for the best croissant in Paris. I don't recall having one, but this is about to change. So just a few words on Poilâne before we start. Martha Stewart said that the P in Poilâne stands for perfect. And I want to know if she's right or not. This bakery has been open since 1932, so they have a bit of experience. Let's see what it's all about. Alright, now for the most exciting part, the tasting. So we have a traditional croissant. It's not made in a brioche dish like the one at the Cheval Blanc. It is what you expect a croissant to look like. I have to say, it was you guys' favorite. So I'm very curious if it's the perfect croissant you're all talking about. It's a good croissant. Ooh, butter is very rich. It is as traditional as it looks like. It tastes exactly like if I were to condense the taste of a croissant, like the OG croissant recipe, that would be this taste right here. Wow. It's very buttery. It's very crispy. I hope you like crunchy croissant. This is definitely a crunchy croissant. Who's in for a little dip in coffee? My rating later. I have also picked up a croissant from La Maison d'Isabelle, which was recommended a million times. But it was a very good, strong recommendation from you guys, so I went and picked one up. The first thing that I want to say is that this croissant, which is already soaking up the paper, this croissant has won many prizes. In France, we give prizes to the best bakery, and for example, there's the best croissant prize, there's the best baguette prize, and it's very important because it shows what bakery is the best right now. So the last prize that they won was in 2018, and it was for their croissant. So I got it. I can't wait to see what it is about. La Maison d'Isabelle is specialized in baked goods, and when we went there we saw many other pastries, cakes. They just do the most, and I can tell that they love butter. Like when the paper gets soaked like this, it's a sign that this one is going to be a real deal. This is full of butter. I think they put a block of butter in their croissant. It looks amazing. I love a straight croissant like this. Remember all the other croissants we picked up were almost round shaped. Like they were really crescent shaped. And this one it's like the emoji. Oh no, the emoji is actually round. But this is the one croissant that I see the most in Paris though. Should we give it a little munch? A few things that I want to say first, just by the look of it. It's super heavy. I know it's gonna sound weird, but it does make a huge difference. It's heavier than the Poilâne one. And what it tells me is that it is just full of butter and full of grease and full of goodness. Are you kidding? No, it's full of goodness. Fat is life. And also, I can just like feel the butter on my hands. Like this is the greasiest croissant I've held so far. So I'm really curious. Should we try? I think I'm gonna like it. Good sign already. Okay, it's wonderful. Again, if you're scared of fat and lipids, avoid it. It is not dry. It won't leave your throat itchy. It is so buttery. Oh my god, I think I'm gonna get greasy on my face as well just by eating it. Okay, so far it's exactly what I want to have in a croissant. It is so good. Should I mention that the butter and the flour is organic? It's always a plus. It's just fat and a little bit of flour. Okay, let's go to the next one. I'm not eating all of them because guys, I have to taste 10 croissants per day. Because some of you commented, oh, she's not eating it full. There's 1 kilogram of butter in each of them. I love my butter, but I have to keep some room in my stomach for you guys. I'll eat it later. This one won't dry on the counter because it's so greasy. Let me tell you, tomorrow it's gonna be as good as this. Let's go! Just went to Stohrer, which is the oldest bakery in Paris. We went back in time. This bakery was founded under the reign of Louis XV by his pastry chef Nicolas Stohrer, who invented the baba au rhum. So I picked up not a baba au rhum, but if you know me, you know that I love the baba au rhum. So thank you, Nicolas. I picked up this beautiful croissant. It's very generous, it's puffy, it's layered, so far so good. These are things that we went over and over again. This is a sign of a good-looking croissant. I want to add to that it's very heavy as well. So it's the promise of a very buttery finish. But let's see what it is about. Ooh, the crunch, ooh la la. I always taste the end, but now I want to taste the inside. I'm jumping straight in. All right. If I were a queen, I would approve. Oh la la, perfect. This is the best bit. If I don't have anything to say, it's a good sign. No, it's a wonderful one. We tasted so many croissants. We tasted greasy croissant, we tasted dry croissant, we tasted sugary croissant, we tasted many croissants. And I have here my favorite, which is the perfect combination of everything that we love. And I have to say, I think it's even the winner of both episodes. I'm glad we did part 2. The winner of this week's episode of the best croissant in Paris is the Cheval Blanc. Let me show you what it looks like again. And I have to say, the brioche version, it's not a brioche croissant, it's still the croissant, it's still the same recipe, but it was baked in the brioche dish, as we said, and it was just, first of all, genius. It looks amazing, and it tasted like all of my dreams come together, so it was my favorite. My second favorite croissant of the day is Stohrer, because even though it wasn't as inventive, remember it was the oldest bakery in Paris, Stohrer was a perfect mix of not too sweet, not too greasy, super puffy, super light. I loved it. It could be my everyday croissant. Then at the third position, we have La Maison d'Isabelle. And although it was a fat dream, definitely this would help me gain a few pounds. I give a third position to La Maison d'Isabelle just because it was a little bit overdone with the butter. Like, we love a lot of butter, but this was honestly a little bit too much. It made me a bit, maybe nauseous because I ate 3 croissants at that point, but yeah, I would have loved a little less butter. It was really like eating a block of butter on its own. And the fourth position goes to Poilâne. Even though it was so popular with you guys, I found it to be a bit dry. And although it was perfectly done, I mean, it was traditional, it looked like the croissant that you expect, I found that it lacked the generosity of all the other croissants that we tasted today. So it was good. It's definitely a good recommendation, and we saw a lot of tourists go there, so it's obviously very popular abroad, but that wouldn't be my top pick. So here you have it, guys. I hope you liked this episode. It was so fun to film, and we love to see your recommendation. I think it was such a great dynamic exchange between you and I love to go where you sent me. Thank you for all the love that you gave to the first video. I hope this one you will enjoy just as much, and I'll see you soon. Bisous, enjoy your croissant.